All right, we're back here for more Versus Live. I'm Todd Anderson. That's Ross Merriam. We got Rob over in the booth taking your questions, comments, and concerns and or burns. Feel free to toss them his way at SCG Tour in the chat, and we'll be answering those whenever we have a little bit of downtime. Now, we're on to match 2 here, where we're testing out War of the Spark in some new shells as well as some old shells that are getting some new upgrades. Ross, tell us about your deck.
Hey, so I know during Ravnica Allegiance, there was a lot of push to try to build these aristocrat-style decks. There was Judith the Scourge Diva, Pitiless Pontiff, Gutter Bones, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, a lot of cool tools there. Didn't really come to fruition. The deck never really came together. Now we have Cruel Celebrant and Dreadhorde Invasion, both of which go really well with sacrifice outlets. So 2 new really good payoffs. Dreadhorde Invasion provides this constant supply of zombie tokens you can sacrifice. Also potentially gives you a more aggressive element. That creature starts out as 1/1, attacks a 2/2, eventually it gets out of hand. And that happens pretty quickly. So another nice added element to the deck. I've chosen to keep it straight Orzhov rather than dip into red to keep the mana nice and smooth. I don't think you really have the tools to get super aggressive because the 1-drops are so spread out. And in order to make the mana work, you really need the 1-drops to be centered around a single color.
Sure.
So I've got Gutter Bones and Hunted Witness. There's also Footlight Fiend that you could play. But there's not really another good black 1-drop, and there's not a huge density of red 1-drops to move it in any given direction. So for a straight black-white, I think we've got enough tools. I think Midnight Reaper works really well in the deck to give you some card advantage. And
would also get the life loss that normally is detrimental to the deck whenever Midnight Reaper triggers. It's actually counteracted by this new Blood Artist effect.
Yes, so that helps you. And same with Dreadhorde Invasion, another life loss effect that Cruel Celebrant can help you with. So that... Cruel Celebrant opens up this sort of combo aspect of the Aristocrats decks. You're already able to get aggressive. You generally have a fairly low curve. You're already, use your sacrifice synergies to generate value and play a longer game if need be, an attrition kind of game. And then this gives you the opportunity to sort of lean on your opponent and say, you got to do something. You got to interact with me at some point. Otherwise, I'm going to amass this board that deals you 12 damage in one without even attacking.
Right.
If I get 2 or 3 of these in play and start sacrificing a bunch of creatures and returns of Gutter Bones and all these other things I can do. So that versatility is really the hallmark of these sacrifice decks. They weren't singularly focused in any direction, and they could play a lot of different types of magic. And so we were missing that piece. Now we have it. Hopefully it's powerful enough to make the deck work, because it's definitely a fun deck to have around in Standard, and we have appropriate countermeasures. And there's a lot you can do. You could take it more aggressive way with Judith. I've chosen not to, but that's definitely an angle you could look at. And like Fireblade Artist and things like that. But I think I think Priest of Forgotten Gods is one of the more powerful things you can be doing in the deck, and is particularly good against like mono blue and mono white. Not as good against red because they have shock, but even a deck like Golgari, they don't have a lot of cheap removal for that card.
Yeah.
If they're trying to play a Jade Light Ranger when you have Priest in play, it looks really embarrassing.
Right. Now, I like the look of the deck, and it's going to be interesting to see how well it goes. Are you playing History of Benalia?
I am not, because the deck is a little bit more black heavy, so I don't think you have enough white sources for it. Maybe, if you moved away from Gutter Bones.
Well, there's also the question of whether or not you should play tokens in a deck that has cards that specifically don't reference tokens, like
Midnight Reaper.
Right, yeah, Midnight Reaper, and if you do end up playing a red splash for Judith at some point, also doesn't trigger off of the Judith abilities.
Definitely don't think you can play Judith and History of Benalia next to each other.
Well, you say that, and then people play like Absorb, Kaya's Wrath, and Cry of the Carnarium very easily. So
yeah, but they're playing ETB tap lands on the first 2 turns. I'm trying to play 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. So a little bit different game there.
No, for sure. So we're going to be battling this up against not a creature-based deck. Unfortunately, the ones that I was building, I had too big of dreams.
Yeah, Todd apparently doesn't like creatures.
I do have one creature in my deck. I have Psy Master Thopterus, which we haven't seen a whole lot in Standard because there's not a lot of really good cheap artifacts in the Standard, but this deck is going to do its best to put those ones that we do have to good use. A couple copies of Mox Amber, which work well with Side Master Thopterus, as well as the Planeswalkers I'm going to be trying to play. Got Dovin as a way to generate some early tokens, as well as potentially dig for combo pieces as the game goes. Depose, Deploy, all these things that make these Thopters. And what happens is once we get to 6 mana, we actually can cast Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge, and then we get the plus Drain Ross for a bunch of life, and hopefully the Thopters have done enough damage in the early turns to steal the game. And if he can attack and kill the Tezzeret, well, who cares? Then if we ever get to untap with it, not only is he just dead, but that's it. You're just dead.
Yeah,
I was like,
you don't need anything past that, Todd.
Yeah.
You can stop there once they're dead.
Yeah. So our deck has a bunch of Planeswalkers, a bunch of artifact synergies, and I don't know. We're just gonna see how it goes here, but let's go and get started, I guess.
Yeah. The last time on Versus Live, I tried to build a sacrifice deck. You built this like Simic deck with the Gaia's Cradle card.
Oh yeah,
Growing Rights of Illamok. Yeah. And so both decks were like kind of non-interactive. We got to see each deck do its thing, and your deck's thing was a lot more powerful than my deck's thing. So I'm hoping that's not the case again. But you're going to be on the play here after losing match 1, and ooh, that was a nice one to see right at the end.
All right. Well, I have a couple artifacts here, and I have a Dovin, so I'm going to keep and just hope that I draw a land.
Yeah, I have a nice strong curve here, so easy keep.
All right. Play a Fountain of Renewal, and this will hopefully pad our life total a little bit. Not obviously the strongest card, but we can sacrifice that at some point and draw a card.
Old Gutter Ball.
21.
Yeah, this Fountain might be really annoying because my deck doesn't apply a ton of pressure. I'm really trying to nickel and dime, Todd.
Your turn.
And so an extra, like 4 life. Ugh. Scrapping Claws, really?
It's not even that good against you.
It's good against Gutter Bones.
I don't have removal in my deck.
But I want to sacrifice Gutter Bones.
Well, too bad. 19 me.
Cruel Celebrant.
Okay.
You can go.
All right, go to 20.
Yep.
Just going to let you keep up with the life. I don't want to bother. All right, we're going to play a Dovin, and I'm going to -1 and make a 1/1 Thopter.
Gain a life.
Classic Nick Miller, and I gain 1 life.
21.
All this incremental life gain should buy me quite a bit of time, which is nice.
Stupid. Okay. Scrapping Claws? What a jerk. Okay, well, I guess I'll play this Midnight Reaper so that when my Gutterbones dies, I can at least,
draw a card.
Yeah.
You gonna attack?
Maybe I should have played this first. I don't know.
Don't get in your own head, man. Let's keep it crisp. Play with what you got.
Do I want to trade this Gutterbones for a token and draw a card with it?
Probably. You also get to deal damage to Dovin. So I have to plus next turn.
Yeah.
Right.
Mush you. Or Mush Dovin, I mean.
Yeah.
So Dovin goes to 1. You go to
drained?
Yeah, you go to 20, and I gain 1, but I also lose 1 for Midnight Reaper.
So we stay at 20.
So both at 20.
Exile.
Ugh.
Got him.
Scrapping Claws, just a jerk.
Yeah.
You're up.
My bad, dude. All right, gain 1. I'm at 21. Land? Nice. I'll go to 19. I'll play a Karn. And I can just tick up my Dovin and force him to send the Midnight Reaper at it, which will gain me some life. Or I can minus the Karn and make a construct. I think I'm actually going to just minus the Dovin and get a Thopter. And then I'm going to minus the Karn and get a construct.
So you're at 20?
Yeah. It's currently a 4/4. If he kills it, we can still chump block the Midnight Reaper to save our Karn.
I mean, you'd be trading with the Midnight Reaper.
No, if you killed this.
Oh, yeah.
And then I chump block with the Nick Miller.
Well, I have not drawn a removal spell for that, but I do think I want to get that stuff out of the way. Maybe I don't because I have this next turn. You have 1 card. You have 2 in hand?
2 hand.
Problem is, this activation doesn't do a whole lot. I guess it'll draw me a card. But I can draw a card next turn. Attack Karn.
Block.
Okay, they trade.
It's 4/4.
Oh, yeah, that's an artifact.
Yeah. Would you like to not attack?
Yeah, I'm
fine.
not.
Okay. I just assumed you were also going to kill the Nick, and then I lost both.
No, everything's confusing. I'm just sad. Play a Memorial. Play a Hunted Witness.
Okay.
Play a Priest.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
All right. Gain life. At
21.
I have myself going to. Oh yeah, I missed one from the Dovin life.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm at 21. I will make another construct.
They're so big.
They are quite large. All right. I'll just do this. So all the constructs are that big. Play this. So these are the 7s, and I'm gonna attack you for 7.
This is such a creatureless deck, Todd.
Or maybe I should just not attack, huh? Yeah, because you'll just chump with the Hunted Witness and draw a card, so we'll say go. I mean, it's not like I have a bunch of stuff to do, right? Like, I'm just minusing the Karn. I probably should start plussing next turn, but I just want to put a little more defense.
Let's play another Midnight Reaper.
Sure.
And am I going to use the mana for anything? I'm not sure at this point because my hand has no spells.
Well, you could have done it first, right?
But I am going to draw a bunch of cards. I just want to draw a million cards.
Sure. That's fair.
So I think I'll just sack these two.
You draw 4, lose 4.
But I gain 2, so I lose 2. So I'm at 18.
I'm at 18. No, I'm at
19. I get a Jerry.
Okay, and I lose the token?
Yes, and I have black, and pool, and I draw 4.
Eat your graveyard.
And with black, and pool, I will mortify a token. Now I can send.
Does this count my stuff?
No.
Okay.
Now I can deal with the Karn, which I think is fine, trading either of these.
I'll eat the Midnight Reaper.
Yeah, and I lose 1, and
no,
but it's
one.
Yeah,
both. I'll lose 1.
So you'll lose 1. So you're at 18. I'm at 18, and I draw another card. And now I'll pass the turn.
All right, I'll activate Treasure Map. Another land on top. I don't think I want that right now. So we'll put down bottom. Upkeep will gain a life off Fountain. I'm at 19. Yeah, how many cards in hand?
6.
Jeez. All right, I'm just going to take a natural draw.
I mean, you've got like 3 artifacts that you can cycle. And
yeah.
These Scrabble claws are actually really annoying.
Psi Master Thopterus and maybe I don't want to play this until because he might be able to just kill stuff. Maybe I just All right, eat your graveyard. Play Karn and tick up.
You can have a Fountain of Renewal.
Okay. And say
go. Well, this is awkward. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I have a lot of options.
Well, yeah, you did just draw like 5 cards over the last turn, so everything changed. It's also possible I should have just attacked for 5, just because. Maybe I just want him to use his priest, though. I don't know. All right, Ross.
Okay. So I'm going to play Priest and Dreadhorde Invasion. I'm going to go to 17 and get a zombie.
Is that when it's at the beginning of your upkeep?
I thought it...
Here, take it back. It's fine.
I don't know what my cards do.
It's fine. It's just like a bitter blossom that it generates a horde token at the beginning, and then
So you got one immediately too.
I mean, to be fair, not many people know what these cards do yet either. So
yeah, no worries.
Okay, that changes things, I guess. I still want to get this card into play, but
Well, you can also play different creature sacrificing
Yeah.
to this if you want.
maybe I just have to spend a turn setting up, which is awkward in the face of this Karn.
Still have 2 mana floating. Or
Yeah.
4 mana floating.
I just can't I'm having a hard time keeping enough of a battlefield around while dealing with these Karn constructs while still being able to pressure Karn appropriately. It's just hard to do everything. Why can't I just do everything?
I don't know. You got a million mana. You have effectively 8 mana at your disposal if you like. All your Midnight Reapers are dead though, so using the priest is not as good, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe I traded those away too aggressively, but I have enough stuff to do with my mana. The problem is the stuff just isn't powerful enough, which is a really big problem.
Can't beat my Scrabble and claws, huh?
This claws is a big deal for sure. Having the gutter bones around would have been really nice. It would have let me just way more aggressively use the priest and still have stuff around and probably draw extra cards. Still have Midnight Reapers. The gutter bones is a big part of this draw. I think I'm just going to spend a turn setting up because I really want to get this invasion down. So I'm just going to play all of these.
Okay.
And pass the turn. So what is my life total now?
I have you at 18.
I'm at 18.
But I don't know for sure because
that's what I get.
Right,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to 20. You're at 18.
You're going to 20?
Yep.
Okay.
Draw for turn. I will tick up Karn, just assuming that I don't really want to just get completely destroyed by these priests. All right, so top 2, treasure map or Karn. Karn's Bastion, excuse me.
You've
This is
been
a
missing land drops?
I have.
I'll give you a map.
Okay. Now I could have gotten Spyglass and just went Spyglass on Priest, but because I have Master Thopterist, I'm just going to play it. And I'm going to play a Fountain of Renewal. It's going to give me a Thopter.
Hold on. With that trigger on the stack,
Mhm.
I'm going to sack these 2. So you're going to lose 3 overall.
Why? Oh, from the Cruel Celebrant and the Priest, yeah. So I go to 17, you go to...
I gained 1, so I'm at 19.
Yep. And I'll sack the Karn Struct since the Nick Miller's not there yet.
It's a good draw.
All right. And so Fountain resolves, Nick resolves, and I'll say go.
Okay, upkeep. We get to do this thing. I go to 18.
This is, of course, Dread Horde Invasion triggering. He didn't have a zombie, army token, but you got a Star zombie. That puts you to 18.
Yep. It's playing a Johnny.
Okie dokie. Now, Johnny with Cruel Celebrant seems kind of cool, just like giving you a really powerful creature to return.
Also good with Pontiff, which
real quick, Todd, you should have lost 4, right?
So 2 from this, and then Cruel Celebrant is...
Oh, yeah, it's not non-token. You should lose 1 more.
So I'm at 16.
Yeah. Magic is hard.
I just trust Ross. I guess that's a mistake. And Ross at 18, so 16, 18, is that correct?
Yep.
So you got Rob?
Yeah.
And then I will attack Karn.
All right, I'll block the Priest and let Karn take 3.
Yep.
Because I don't want to get this death touched. So.
And I'll play a Midnight Reaper.
Okay.
You can go.
In a turn, I'll activate Treasure Map. Top card is another Fountain of Renewal. We can just bottom that, I think.
Yeah, I think I should have been less focused on marginal value and tried to just sit here
exile
setting up
your
something
Scrabble
huge.
clause.
Yeah.
All right, and then upkeep. Gain 2, 18.
Yep, 18 all.
Draw for turn. Keep plussing Karn, just getting value, trying to find a Tezzeret.
You can have a Scrabbling Clause.
Actually, I probably should have minus on the Spyglass. Okay. Cast this, get a Thopter. Any response, let me know.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Play a treasure map, get a Thopter.
Yep.
And play my lands. Say go.
Okay, upkeep, I lose 1. Go to 17. Maybe I'm supposed to priest. Maybe I'm supposed to priest on end step.
I'm just going to sack a
Yeah.
1/1.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
That's very good.
Ugh. Okay. You got no cards in hand?
Correct.
Where are these counters going to go? I think we're going to have 1 here and 1 here.
Okay.
I want to not have 2 toughness creatures that are easy to block. 3 toughness creatures are a lot harder to block profitably.
Mhm.
And this gives me 3 toughness creatures. Well, let's send these 4 all at before you block, I should probably do the thing with the memorial because I'm planning to do this anyway. So before I attack, I'll make 2 tokens and sacrifice them both to the priest.
Okay, you don't draw. Oh, you draw a card from this,
Yeah.
but not Midnight Reaper.
Exactly.
And you don't have the Celebrant. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lose 2. I'm at 16. I sack a token.
Yep.
And you can do this before you declare your tax if you want. You don't got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Take
Attack with these things.
Okay. I'm going to activate this treasure map.
Yep.
Bottom of land. Get 3 treasures. And block priests and block the Pontiff and the Reaper.
Yeah. So 3 damage to the Karn.
Yep.
Play a tapped Godless Shrine and pass.
All right. Now I kind of want to just cycle a Scrabbling Clause to draw a card, but I could just pump towards another map. I think pumping towards another map is fine. Drawing a raw card is about as good here as a Scry. Or Scry is about as good as a raw card. All right. Upkeep, I'll gain 2 life.
You're at 18.
Draw for turn. Probably should have Scryed first.
And you got Cove to draw into something you scry to. Something drawing first is fine.
Bottom the Sai. I'll draw a card. I will sack a Scrabbling Clause on your memorial. Land for turn. I can off the Karn here, or sorry, put Karn to 1 and get a Sorcerer Spyglass and name Priest of Forgotten Gods or the Ajani, both of which are pretty scary. I guess also let me start by I'll attack Ajani for 1 just to try to keep him off of ultimate. I'm going to sack a Scrabbling Clause. I'm going to target my own Scrabbling Clause and draw a card. I will minus on Spyglass, cast it, trigger this.
3 lands.
3 lands. Hey, 2 lands.
What are we
I
naming?
will name Priest of Forgotten Gods.
Okay.
Because I just let them draw cards. I'll just let my Karn die, and I'll say go.
Okay. Upkeep, I lose 1. This gets a counter.
You're at 16.
16. Draw.
Yep.
So you only have the 1 blocker. So I'm going to...
Both these decks are making me really mad.
Yeah. Plus this.
Sure.
Let's make this bigger and this bigger. I'm trying to set up for later turns. This turn I'm dealing a good chunk of damage to Todd and dealing with the Karn. So I'm going to send these 3 at Karn and these 2 at Todd. I'm going to still play around a removal spell.
All right, Karn down. And
And you take 8, brings you to 10. Pass.
All right, these have things on them. All right, in step, I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this other Scrabbling Claw, exiling another Scrabbling Claw.
Sure.
Draw a card. Okay, untap.
Upkeep, you go to 12.
Yeah, I go to 12. I'm going to activate Treasure Map. Bottom of land. It's like my 5th land in a row. This is tapped. Get 3 more treasures. So let's just say I have 5. I will draw for turn.
Yep.
Okay, deck. I'll sack treasure, draw a card. What the heck? Alright, play a Karn. I will plus it to 6.
You can have a depose deploy.
Play my land for turn, and I guess I go. I don't know.
Upkeep, I lose 1. I go to 15.
Okay.
Play another Pitiless Pontiff.
Okay.
Plus onto here and here, so I gain some life. Declare attacks.
Sure.
I guess I should have. You have a 1/4 now. I should have put it there. I don't care about my life total that much. Let's send these at Karn.
All right. I'm going to cast a deploy, so I'll make 2 Thopters and gain 4 life.
You're at 16. Why did you build this deck, Todd? Why did you do this?
I don't know, man. I thought it was gonna be fun. Okay. All right. So they're all going at Karn, so I can block 3 of them and save Karn. I will do that. We'll leave Karn at they're all 4 or bigger, so I'll leave Karn at 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll play an Isolated Chapel and pass the turn.
All right. I'll gain 2 life.
You're at 18.
Okay.
Look at my life pad. This is 1 game.
I think we're only gonna play 1 game of this match. I'm not. All right, draw. Hey, it's a Dovin. I wish I had that. I have all my tokens in play still. I don't have like a Wrath here.
You have a Wrath in your deck?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna ultimate that. Okay. 9.
You're just gonna try to kill me with
Yes.
Tezzeret?
Absolutely. I don't know how though. This is also going to get lifelink next turn, which is pretty annoying. I can maybe block with a Thopter and sacrifice it, though. This sucks. This is just not fun. All right, plus. Just need like random artifact. Come
You
on.
can have a Field of Ruin.
Okay, great. Thanks. Come on, deck. I guess I drew all my cheap artifacts early, huh?
I don't know what you drew.
I don't either.
I don't know what's going on.
All right, I'll play a Dovin,
Sure.
and I'll minus and gain a life and get a Thopter.
You're at 19.
Okay. All right, and then land for turn, spend 6, play a Tezzeret, Master at the bridge, or of the bridge, and I'm going to send him to 7 and drain you for the number of artifacts I control, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 6, so you're okay.
So I'm at 9 and you're at 25.
That's what I got. But you're going to gain a bunch of life off your lifelink and zombie.
Yep.
And I don't have a way to sacrifice my Thopter. Oh, no, I guess I do. Never mind. Okay.
I'll go to 8.
All right. Got you at 8. I just needed another artifact to be able to provide myself one more blocker. But I got all these planeswalkers over here, you know?
So you only have 2 blockers.
Yeah.
To protect your Tezzeret.
Yeah. So you can send everybody at the bridge.
So block here, block here. So I'll send these 4 at the Tezzeret, and the Midnight Reaper will go at the Dovin. No, it'll go with the Karn.
Okay. That's the final answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to block. You said these 4 going at Karn or Tezzeret?
Yeah, and then this one's at Karn.
So I can't keep Tezzeret alive, right? 'Cause he's
Correct.
7. Okay. So
Are we still blocking the zombie to present some life gain?
kind of just want to keep the Karn alive. I don't care that much about the life gain. I'm basically dead here. This is just me prolonging the game because I like making Ross miserable.
I mean, I don't think you're going about it correctly to make me miserable by letting me play a game I'm winning more.
Well, you seem pretty miserable right now. I don't know.
That's because I thought I might be losing.
Oh, sure.
If I start winning, you'll see it.
All right. I'll just jump the Midnight Reaper and
Okay,
keep
so I
Karn
gained
alive.
6, brings me to 14.
And Tezzeret's dead.
I'll play a land and ultimate a Johnny. Do we have that emblem? Yep.
Sure do.
Do we have cat tokens?
Sure, maybe don't.
I definitely forgot the cat tokens. Didn't expect
God,
that.
duh. God. Can't believe you forgot cat tokens.
Oh man, I don't have a Cruel Celebrant to trigger off this a Johnny ultimate.
No.
That's a tilt.
All right, so you get your 3 tokens.
Yeah, I'll get my
Are you
3.
done after that?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna draw a card. Untap.
You gain 2, go to 27.
Yeah.
They are
They're
lifelinking.
lifelinking. It's even worse than I ever imagined.
This would be a lot sweeter if you didn't have that spyglass on Priest.
Yeah.
This emblem is pretty sweet with Priest.
I'll play another spyglass. I'll get Thopter. This feels like an EDH game and not in a good way. I'm gonna name Pitiless Pontiff with the second Sorceress Spyglass. I'm going to play Karn's Bastion.
Oh, you get to see that I have 2 lands.
Sure. I'll play Karn's Bastion.
Jesus.
I'm going to -2 the Karn and create a Karnstruct. I'm going to minus Dovin. Gain a
The
life.
entire
I'm at
coverage
28.
team is ganging up on me.
28 to 14. That's honestly that's why I built this deck. I'm just kidding.
You got Ryan Overturfs, Matthias Hunts, Nick
Yeah.
Millers.
All right, and yeah, say go. It's fine.
How big is that token?
Who cares? You have a Johnny emblem.
I still want to know
He's
how
very
big it
big.
is.
Just know that he is very big.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this thing becomes a 7/7. And
Yep, you're at 13.
I might lose this game.
I don't see how that's possible.
I don't know. I just like don't have a good attack now. Maybe I do. So if I attack with all the 4-power things, and what do I just attack with everything and try to? You have 4. So you have 4 blockers.
Send everything at me.
I have 9 attackers.
Yeah.
So I can't deterministically kill both planeswalkers. I need a 10th attacker to do that. So, which planeswalker do I want to kill? And what do I want to sacrifice to do it? I definitely don't want to throw the zombie away with this being a 7/7 into an 8/8 construct. But it's probably just getting bigger. But I still want the ability to lifelink this later. So I think I probably just send bigger things to make the Psy a bad blocker and not trade material for these Thopters. But I'm at 13. And you
Jesus
have
Christ, just
8.
attack.
I don't know. Like, if you don't have to block with any Thopters, then you get to attack me to 11. This will put me to 10. You only need to make 2 artifacts, and one of these will be. I guess I want to deal with the Dovin, but this will probably plus and find an artifact.
Or it can minus and get me a Tezzeret.
Yeah, and that gets.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
Our brains are not cut out for this.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. How do I win this game? You're at 28. Eventually, I feel like I'm going to get Tezzeretted out.
Maybe. But you are gaining at least 3 life a turn if you want, and generating 3 creatures every single turn. So this is making me sad.
I'm just gonna attack with the bigger creatures. I need to attack with 2 more. I don't want to attack with the 3/3 because it just gets blocked by the Psy. So I'll attack with. Yeah, let's just attack with those 6 player and a removal spell. I don't know why. I guess you could have deploy. Is that? Ugh. I don't know. I attacked with these 6. I don't want to think about it anymore. They're at Dovin.
All right, gain 6 life.
You're at 34.
Great. And then Psy and a token will block the 2 here. This will block the Midnight Reaper. And then I'll chump these 3.
Okay, so the Midnight Reaper dies.
You gain
2 tokens die, but then I lose 1, so I gain 1. And then I go to 14. I draw a card.
Yep. Wait, I had you at 13.
But I gain 1. I gain 2 from Lifelink and lose 1 from Midnight Reaper.
Oh, the lifelink. Yeah. So you're right. Gotcha.
That's a good card to draw here, kind of. Yeah, that's definitely.
Actually, I need to activate Psy twice on the 4th Thopter. Or I can only activate it once, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll activate it once.
Sure.
Someone asked, is it okay for me to no longer be excited for Standard?
I don't think either of these decks are going to be indicative of exactly what's happening.
Okay.
But
I'm going to play a Cruel Celebrant after combat, which is pretty cool. And then I'll make 3 cats and you can go.
All right. I'm going to.
It's the game that never ends. Want to put a counter on my things?
Not really.
No?
Draw. I will minus and get a Tezzeret. I will.
Of course you will. What does this thing even do?
Who knows? Like it's
Search your library for a permanent card and put it onto the battlefield. Okay. We're making more Thopters and drawing more cards.
All right, so I can 0 and draw a card, and if I control 3 more artifacts, I can draw 2 cards. So we're casting Tezzeret. And I will draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Okay. I will minus a Dovin. I'll get a Nick and gain a life. I'm at 29. What time is it? Do you want to just quit this game and just be done with this match? Because this is stupid.
You're at 34, aren't you?
Yeah.
So then you gained 1 there. So you're 35.
Okay. 35 to 14.
Well, we're pot committed.
I think I didn't gain life off of this either, so I'm pretty sure I'm at 37.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, you have no lands I care about, so I'm not going to play my Field of Ruin. Play my land. Play Treasure Map and gain a Thopter.
Yep.
I got it. And let's see if I can do that for the Bastion. Do this for this.
If I can just draw a Mortify for the Psy, maybe things would get better.
Go.
I don't know though. This will go
at the bargaining stage. You know?
I'm at 13.
Oh, okay.
Is there a Psy under that Karn?
No, there's only a Depose and
okay.
a Karn's Bastion number 2.
Well, I drew a Mortify for the Psy.
In response, I guess I'll gain 6 more life.
You're at 43.
Make 2 more Thopters. Then side dies. That's fine.
Okay. So now you got 5 blockers.
Sure.
Attack the Dovin for 6.
Okay, I will eat your biggest creature that's attacking. And Dovin will die, you'll gain 4.
And then we trigger this. So I gain 5, go to 18, you lose 1 to 42.
Yep, Dovin's dead.
Dovin is dead. On the end step, I'll get 3 more cats and pass the turn.
Okay, I'll treasure map. Hey, Psy on top. Nice. Alright, untap, draw for turn, draw Psy. Is that I don't even have an artifact to play. Is that I might just bottom it.
You're drawing a bunch more cards.
Yeah,
how many artifacts are left in your deck?
Oh no, I guess yeah. I guess I'm drawing 2 cards here with Tezzeret. So alright, I'll draw 2 with Tez. Hey, what are you at?
I'm at 18.
Right.
Am I dead yet?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, hold on, maybe. All right, minus on the Depose. Gain
7.
Sure.
You're 49. That gets you to 12.
Did we run out?
Yeah, I think so.
Tilt. Okay, so we got that. All right, play my land. All right, so hit you for 4.
I'm at 14.
That's definitely happening. Okay. Now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can put you to 2.
And I'll go to 1 on my upkeep from the Dreadhorde invasion.
Oh, no. Hold on. All right, so I can Karn's Bastion and then flip this, get 3, sack 2 and pay 4. So I have 1 more, and then you die to your Dreadhorde invasion?
No, because the map will stop being an artifact. So if you have to sack 2 treasures, you're break even.
Okay.
If you only had to sack 1 treasure, that would work.
Okay. All right, so
Wait,
I'll just...
This is 4 tap, so you only have to sack 1 treasure. Oh, no, but you have to pay 1 to activate, too, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll just Karn, I guess. And minus 2 to make another Karnstruct. And play a Psy Master Thopterus so I can keep him from gaining life. Or gaining a bunch of life. And... I don't know. Go. Whatever.
Wait, so how many artifacts do you have now?
Now I have enough, but
Right. So why don't you play the Tez first?
Oh,
that
wait.
gives the Karn affinity.
Affinity.
I just forgot that I could do that. Hold on.
Yeah.
I just forgot that that's what it did. Okay, my brain is mush. My brain is mush.
So
This is gone.
So play the Tezzeret.
All right, play Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Play
this
Karn.
was literally why this is in my deck, and I play Karn for free.
Yep.
Okay.
This is a 5, and this is a 5, and you minus this and make another Matthias, and
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
and I'm at 14, and
Yeah,
I go to
and then
that die to the Dreadhorde
Die to the
invasion.
Dreadhorde invasion. Zap. I'm not gonna play another game. I just can't do it.
How many
Just-
planeswalkers did you play?
Okay, Rob, anything for us?
A bunch of stunned comments about how long this game has gone.
So, I definitely think
Oh, God.
I should, rather than like activating my things early and getting like marginal value and pulling slightly ahead, I should have just been sitting there and like amassing a huge board and trying to like do the most powerful thing I possibly can do 5 turns down the road.
Yeah.
So I definitely like, did not play that game very well because I had no idea how the game was going to play out.
You and me both, bro.
Yeah. And then I just sort of assumed that the Ajani emblem would be enough, but then it just wasn't.
It wasn't even close to it.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just I don't know. There were so many planeswalkers I couldn't kill all of them. The major issue with Priest is that it gets you this advantage, but you sacrifice so much board position activating it that it's hard to pressure planeswalkers, and so the planeswalker heavy like deck is hard to handle because they just recoup a lot of the card advantage that Priest generates, and obviously like Psi negates the sacrifice element.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on in Todd's deck that made Priest worse. Still, he ended up having to Sorcerer Spyglass it because it would have been really good had I been able to get it going with the Ajani emblem.
Well, it's also good with Midnight Reaper and
Yeah.
the new Blood Artist thing.
Yeah,
I-
Cruel Celebrant.
Cruel Celebrant.
This game was all about just setting up and doing the most powerful thing possible. So any sacrifices I made early ended up being a net negative, and I wasn't able to to continuously supply food because of the Scrabbling Claw stopping Gutter Bones. Maybe I could have like gotten some value out of it at some point with forcing you to tap out if I just extend a big board, and that would have been really helpful. So a lot of just little things that I missed out on because it takes a while to figure out how to play a matchup between 2 completely new decks.
Yep.
And if we played another game, which we're not going to do because that was unbelievable, then I would play the game very differently.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't sack your Midnight Reaper early, right? You just let my
Yeah.
Planeswalker hang around for an extra turn, and then you're like, okay, untap, draw 4, make you sack, gain 2 mana, play a thing, draw 4, make you sack a thing, gain 2 more mana, and then that would have been enough. Like,
Yeah.
I lose a bunch of my tokens, my Psi goes away probably at some point, maybe. The Spyglass on the Priest of the Forgotten Gods, though, I think was the turning point in the game. Like, it took me a while to actually get a handle on things because I drew literally 7 lands out of 8 cards or something. After also not even counting like some scries to the bottom with a treasure map. So it was a whole thing.
Yes,
But
that is how you describe that game. It was a whole thing. We did some things.
Robert, help! Need content that's not this game because my brain equals mush. Come on, man! You got to have something for the last 45 minutes of that game.
All right. The biggest thing I had was from the beginning of the game.
Okay, good.
But it's still the game.
Did I
so
mess
didn't
up?
know.
Probably.
No. It was a question about Gutter Bones versus reassembling Skeleton for Ross, and I was thinking my assumption was that it's simply that Gutter Bones is 1 mana instead of 2.
Yeah,
It also attacks.
Yeah,
That's a pretty big deal.
Gutterbones being 1 and like being able to apply pressure early is very nice. So another card that I probably should not have thrown away early, and could have provided some value later. But that's the entire point: is you want to be well rounded. You want to be able to apply pressure. You want to be able to still recur them going along. Reassembling Skeleton just doesn't really play that aggressive game well. You already have plenty of 2s also on your curve between Priest and Pontiff and Cruel Celebrant and Dreadhorde Invasion. You saw I wasn't really able to get a lot of value out of the Invasion because the Priest was already locked down by the time I cast it. That would have been a fine card to have earlier. But really, I think the main issue might just be Priest. The card just like It's really good when you're getting value out of the sacrifice ability, but it's really bad when you're not. And when you're playing it as a key synergy piece in the sacrifice deck, you need the sacrifice outlets to stay in your deck all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so when one of your key sacrifice outlets isn't very good, that's problematic. But look, maybe things play out differently if I just play the game differently and don't throw away early value.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to a point where you have 2 Midnight Reapers, at least one Celebrant. I keep thinking Combat Celebrant, but it's not because it's
Cruel Celebrant.
You get to a point where you literally just get to kind of go through your entire deck almost, just drawing 4 to 8 cards per turn, like generating a bunch of extra mana. Like you're not really taking away my creatures, but you're functioning a lot like a combo deck at some point.
Yeah, it's like a Skull Clamp Disciple combo.
Right, and of course
Celebrant.
you don't have like the untap ability, but you can find the 3rd and then the 4th Priest of the Forgotten Gods. And of course and in those scenarios, like I have more time to set up, so maybe it's not as good because I like get all these planeswalkers going. And of course, if with perfect information, every game of Magic is different. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Still a lot of work to be done with the sacrifice cards, figuring out exactly how they work together, because you don't want to be losing games when your synergies come together if you're a synergy-based deck.
Yep.
Because the reason to be doing that and jumping all through those hoops is that what you're doing is going to be more powerful than what your opponents are doing. Mm-hmm. And like, maybe that's not true with the Wilderness Reclamation decks, but you're a lot more resilient to specific sideboard cards like Duress and Negate, so that offsets. But you need to be doing more powerful things than like a mid-range deck with a bunch of Planeswalkers. Sure, you have your own synergies going with the artifact theme, but for my deck to be good, I would want my synergies to be more powerful than yours.
Yeah. And
so far, that hasn't proven to be the case, and it's kind of soured me on these sacrifice decks. So that's my takeaway from this ridiculous game. I don't know what you're doing over there. You got a lot of weird artifacts. You didn't do anything for a million turns, but you just had Planeswalker after Planeswalker after Planeswalker. Maybe I should have just ignored them, but with Fountain of Renewal, it didn't seem like I should ignore them because I can't kill you because you're at 80.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Look at this pile of tokens we got here on the table.
All right. Well, Rob, if you don't got anything, man, we're just going to go to the next match, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to take a nap.
Let's get some reclamation going.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Next match. Augur Bulls in Wilderness Reclamation. We're going to try that as an early way to filter for cards as well as provide some defense, which the deck sorely needs. So I think it's going to be a pretty big hit, and I'm pretty excited to try it out.
And I'm going to be playing with Vivian's Arcbow. Mm-hmm. Kept wanting to say Viridian Arcbow.
Yeah, and you got that in a Prime Seeker Vanifard deck, and that's going to be pretty cool.
We got one Fibblethip.
Fibblethip.
Todd was mad that I didn't want to play it when we talked this morning after that card got previewed.
Breakfast, and it pops up on my feed. There's like 20 people who are like, Fibblethip. And I'm like reading it, and I'm expecting it to be bad, and it's like, it's just Elf Visionary. Wait, this is better than Elf Visionary, except it's not an elf.
Yeah, being an elf is a really key part of Elvish Visionary.
Also, Ross already has Prime Speaker Vanifar, which he can sacrifice the Llanowar Elves and go get Fibblethip and draw 2 cards, which seems pretty good.
And
if you ever find off an Arcbow, you draw 2 cards. That seems great.
Okay, we'll see how the one Fibblethip goes. But just a Bant Vanifar deck that uses Arcbow, sort of a second Vanifar kind of thing. Condense the curve a little bit to make Arcbow more consistent. And hopefully we have enough disruption, especially after sideboard, to defeat Todd's monstrosity of an actual deck.
Well, it is an actual deck. I'm sorry. We all had the option here to play real decks.
No, I played Celestia the first one.
I'm not real decks. Okay.
I'm just saying. It's an uphill battle from my side. I had the advantage of game 1 playing Selesnya. Then we played 2 weirdo decks in match 2, and now I lost the weirdo matchup, and that was a key.
Lucky for you, my brain doesn't work anymore, so you're probably gonna win. I don't know. I can't even count.
Yeah,
I was like,
let's just take a break. Everybody needs it.
All right, we'll be right back for more Versus Live. Don't go anywhere.